DanDaDan. Finally, it is here, the DanDaDan review. Not gonna lie, this is one of the most hyped animes of 2024, and it's only right that I give y'all my approval or disapproval of it. The good, the bad, the ugly, and the truth. So to jump straight into this isn't your typical shonen. This does have some cliche, weak-ass simp character who needs attention, who is an introvert, who gains powers, but you'll see what I mean later on in the review. The song is so cool, but at first I thought it was going to be some knockoff Mob Psycho action, but then I forget that the Japanese students have that traditional dress, so I was just being ignorant. It was all cool and all, because I like my boy Shiggy, and I think he's the best, but we're here to talk about Ken. So, back to Mr. Takakura, aka Okarun, aka Okatune. Super mad, cheeky introvert dude who is into aliens. His counterpart Momo, she's the cool athletic girl who's a little quote-unquote loose, but you know how it was in high school. So she is the bee's knees. She is the standard. These two being polar opposites will make for an interesting duo. However, in this traditional anime, there's a sense that we're going to have some really cheeky illustration and some innuendos that most animes have. However, to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the story. The beginning is the two of them, they're in class, and essentially Ken is tired of being alone. Momo also has a crush on a comic book character named Ken Katarutu. So, when Momo sits near him, he's reading a manga about aliens. He wants to do something, he needs to stand out. So he brings up to her in straight nerd fashion. All this man is doing is vomiting information to her. She thinks it's kind of funny, she thinks it's kind of cute, but she just looks at him, just like how the popular girls would. And then she blows him off. Now, Okarun knows this is his time to shine. So as we start fast forwarding into the episode, we see some weird shit. That being ghosts and that being aliens. So since he brought that up to her, he challenges her to go to where he believes aliens are, and she to him to where ghosts are. And in both locations, they end up having an encounter. This is where they get their superpowers. Ken runs into a ghost, yokai, or demon, and the ghost demon is called Turbo Granny. Really funny. A great addition to the show. Momo, on the other hand, she goes to an alien abduction area where she runs into the Serponians, which are scary as fuck. One of the best villain arcs in the show are these Serponian aliens. It progresses in traditional fashion, like I've said, and we also find out that Momo also wants to be accepted, just like Ken, so that's where the polar opposites attract. She is currently living with her granny, who is a super crazy wizard killing and exorcising demons. Those two get mushed together, and it is forced upon us. We are then introduced to another character, Ayase, who is a cute young girl who is even more popular than Momo. She's got the traditional dress, the skirt, very popular, and everybody wants to be around her. Those three together make this show a comedy. This makes the show a lot more funny because you got to remember, they're all in high school, they're all going through hormones, they're all going through all these different changes, and it's a popularity contest amongst the three in the entire series. The biggest adversary to the group are the three encounters that they have. It's the demons, as we saw, the aliens, the Serponians, the ghosts, and monsters. The three main monsters have essentially a 3-part series. So over the 12 episodes, 4 episodes are focused on Turbo Granny, other 4 episodes are on the Serponians, and the last 4 are on this terrifying ballerina dance. The ballerina dancer really is kind of thrown into it, and we get a small backstory on it. I'm not going to get too much into it, but Turbo Grannies, who are the one that Ken found, and he gets those powers. The Serponians are the aliens, which inevitably go to Momo, and then Silky, who is the demon dancing goddess, she gives her aura, or her spirit, to Ayase. The spirits are the best part of the show, in my opinion, and you get to see the transfer into the human realm amongst those three main characters. Besides that, it's up and down, and like I said, the story's kind of hard to find. Now, I will give them some grace because the show did end only after 12 episodes. We know there is going to be a part 2. This to me is another background anime where you really don't have to pay that much attention, but it does have some fun ups and some fun downs. Right now, I'm not super attached, but hopefully the storyline is a little more clear. I understand. I truly do get they're laying the foundation for the series. The manga is very large, so we know it can go along for a while, but they need to capture the audience a bit more. All the pros are the innuendos, the cheeky banter, the kids, and they end up in some pretty funny situations, some very, very adult rated situations, and it's cheeky. For instance, there's this one scene where they just get back fighting these aliens and they're all naked running around through the high school. Ken ends up on top of Momo as he is naked. They talk heavily about Ken's balls. They talk about him being naked and having his wiener and banana, and that shit is just funny, especially when it catches you off guard in this anime. That is definitely the pros of this. And again, this is just my opinion. This is just my take. For me, my opinion, the cons are the story does not flow too well. Like I said, essentially you have those 3 episodes over the course of 4 with the 3 different aliens. It really isn't too engaging besides the 3 main spirits that come back over and over and over again. And of course, we know that the protagonists are always going to win and the protagonists are going to get those 3 monsters, spirits, demons power. I don't know. It's just very, very repetitive. So, in my honest opinion, I put this on the back burner of my anime list, and it's a mid-tier anime. The soundtrack is pretty cool. Some of the scenes are okay, but the actual animation, especially compared to some of the greats, just really isn't like that. Some of the similar yet better alternatives for these like spirit demon animes that I keep in the same category as DanDaDan would be like Castlevania Nocturne, which I gave a 6.1, Mob Psycho, which I give a 6.3, Asian, the demigod, is a 6.75, just so you have an idea what my list is. To me, this is right in the middle of all those. It's a mid-low tier anime at a 6.2. We have part 2 coming out, which is going to be episodes 13 to 24. Hopefully they can follow the timeline, be a little bit more engaging, but we'll see. But that's the first one of 2025, the year of the snake. It's time to get evil, crucify some reviews. Y'all know what to do. Tell me what y'all thought about it. Truly, I don't understand how it got the 3rd highest ranked anime of 2024, but hey, I'm here to get back after it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below. We're going to hit a banger out this year. Until next time.